From an early age, some people are called to something far beyond the ordinary, a path that most don't even realize exists. These individuals carry within themselves a sense of purpose that goes beyond the everyday, as if their spiritual journey were written in the stars. There are moments when, even as children, they feel like they don't fully belong to the world around them, as if they're guided by an invisible force that gives them clarity about the mission that awaits. This feeling comes with signs, small and subtle, that begin to emerge, like an inkling that they're meant for something more. These people often become the ones who inspire significant change in the world. When you look at figures who shaped history, it's clear they didn't follow the same path as most. Think of people like Moses, who received signs about his mission early on. He didn't fully understand them at first, but the challenges he faced prepared him to lead. Just like Moses, those chosen for a divine mission recognize from a young age that there's a constant preparation underway. This preparation isn't just physical, it's also spiritual and emotional, forging a strength that only someone with a greater mission can comprehend. The signs are everywhere, and it's up to each individual to interpret what they mean for their own journey. From the first steps, those chosen for a divine mission already feel a special connection to the spiritual realm. They may not know it, but from childhood, they are shaped by this invisible force that accompanies them. There's an unexplainable connection to something bigger, as if their actions are guided by a spiritual sensitivity that isn't always easy to understand. The childhoods of these people are marked by moments when they seem to notice things others don't, little clues that their lives are tied to something much deeper. This journey starts quietly, but takes shape as they grow. People who have this spiritual connection from an early age sense that their journey is unique. They may feel drawn to spiritual teachings, or show an unusual interest in questions about purpose and the meaning of life. Books like The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho might appear in their hands at moments that seem like coincidences, but are actually signs of an early spiritual awakening. These children, from a young age, realize that there is a greater purpose behind everything that happens around them, and it is through this sensitivity that their divine mission begins to unfold. During childhood, the signs of being chosen for a divine mission start to manifest clearly, though they may seem subtle to many. These are the children who, from a young age, demonstrated deep emotional and spiritual sensitivity, as if they experience the world more intensely. They often feel a sense of isolation, not because they're lonely, but because they perceive reality differently. Deep thoughts arise naturally, questioning the purpose of life and their role in it. This feeling can sometimes be mistaken for loneliness, but it's actually the beginning of a spiritual journey. These signs appear in small moments, like a distant gaze that seems to catch something invisible to others. They might feel disconnected from common games or everyday conversations, seeking deeper answers. A practical example is when, while other children are focused on their toys, the chosen one finds themselves staring at the sky, sensing that there is more beyond what is visible. This sensitivity is a preparation for the challenges ahead, as those called for a greater mission need to develop a deep understanding of what truly matters from an early age. The challenges faced by the chosen ones aren't mere coincidences. They are part of the spiritual preparation needed to fulfill their mission. From childhood to adulthood, these individuals go through difficult moments that seem to test their inner strength and faith. These challenges are essential because they shape their resilience and reveal the invisible strength that sustains them. Feeling out of place or not fitting in is a sign that they're being forged for something greater. Every obstacle is actually a spiritual test, preparing them to bear the weight of the mission ahead. An example of this is the famous story of Joseph of Egypt, who was sold into slavery and faced many trials before becoming the second most powerful man in the land. His challenges weren't punishments, but preparations so that he could lead with wisdom and spirituality. The same is true for the chosen ones today. Moments of hardship serve to strengthen them, not just physically, but also in their spiritual sensitivity. These trials allow them to see beyond the immediate chaos, realizing that everything is part of a bigger plan. When the chosen reach adulthood, there is a moment of awakening that makes them realize the greater purpose of their existence. The puzzle pieces begin to fit together, and what once felt like a mere feeling or intuition turns into undeniable clarity. This awakening doesn't happen all at once, but emerges gradually as the person starts to embrace their divine mission. It's as if they've finally found their place in the world, understanding that all the challenges and signs from childhood and youth were preparing them for this moment. This phase of awakening can be marked by moments of epiphany, where the individual starts attracting people and opportunities that align with their mission. Think of someone who, after years of searching and questioning, decides to dedicate their life to a greater cause, like helping others find their own purpose. This awakening is powerful and often comes with a renewed sense of responsibility and spiritual sensitivity, where the chosen one begins to feel that their invisible strength finally makes sense. The journey continues, but now with clarity. Now that you hold this powerful knowledge, the big question is, are you ready to apply it in your life? The awakening you seek may be closer than you think, but it depends on your decision to act. What will be your next step? Will you keep waiting for things to happen, or will you start walking the path that few dare to take? Think about the opportunities you might be missing simply by not acting with clarity and purpose. And don't forget, it all begins with a single step. If you want to keep learning more about how to transform your life and achieve incredible results, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any valuable tips that will help you walk toward success.